locking in a 7% coupon for 1 year, or 5.45% for 20 years. Which one would you choose? Hello, members, super savers, and bond course fans. I hope you're healthy and well. So here's the dilemma at the heart of today's video. With all the market and economic uncertainty surrounding us, many of you in our community are looking to lock in some attractive fixed income coupons for a bit more stability and predictability in your portfolios, and very understandably so. And many of you, quite naturally, look at government bonds first. Here's where Treasury yields stand at the time of this taping, with some maturities still below 4%. The 10, 20, and 30-year have moved up a fair bit in recent weeks as the tariff saga continues. And this is fine for many in our Diamond NestEgg community. Treasuries remain the safest and most liquid investment in the world after all, even in today's uncertain environment. But some of you have also asked whether we could look into other opportunities that would yield maybe a little bit more as well. So for those of you who have the risk appetite to move beyond treasuries for a bit of a higher yield, in today's video, I'm going to share with you the top new issue agency and corporate bond offerings that are currently on Fidelity's platform, with the top new issue agency bond yielding close to 6%, and the top new issue corporate bond even yielding 7%. As usual, here's our front of video disclaimer. For a detailed disclaimer, please refer to the end of this video. Let's dive in now, folks. Top new issue agency and corporate bonds this week. As our Diamond NestEgg regulars have heard me say often in our weekly bond updates, practically all the new issue agency and corporate bond offerings with attractive rates that we've seen over the past few years have been callable, meaning that if you had wanted to pick up non-callable agency or corporate bonds with decent rates, the only way to do this was to go on the secondary market and see if Lady Luck was with you at the particular moment when you were on the hunt, so to speak, on your broker's platform. Well, today, luck is with you because we found some non-callable new issue corporate bonds for you as well. We'll cover these towards the end of this video. We'll also be sharing our thinking on why non-callable new issue corporates have started to appear recently. Let's start first with the highest yielding agency bond from Federal Home Loan Banks with a coupon of 5.89% and a maturity date in May 2045, so about 20 years from now, with a first call date in May 2026, so about 1 year from the time of this taping. So it's a nice coupon, but we run the risk that the bond will be called relatively soon. In the worst case scenario, if this bond is called on the first possible date in May 2026, we would only get this 5.89% coupon for 1 year. In the best case scenario, though, if this bond never gets called and we hold it to maturity, we would get this 5.89% coupon for the next 20 years. The CUSIP is 3130B6-2B1 for those of you who may be interested. As a point of reference, at the time of this taping, here's the yield on a 1-year treasury and here's the yield on a 20-year treasury. If you're looking for something with a shorter maturity date, here's another one from Federal Home Loan Banks with a lower coupon of 5.58%, a maturity date in April 2037, about 12 years from now, and a first call date in April 2026, also about a year from now. The CUSIP is 3130B5YN2 for this one. Remember, my general recommendation is that you should only buy callable bonds if 1. You're okay with them being called anytime after the first call date and are not overly concerned about reinvestment risk if and or when that happens. And 2, if you're also okay with them never being called and that you may have to hold to maturity. If you check both of these boxes, and yes, they're somewhat contradictory, but if you can live with a callable bond being either called early or not at all, then callable bonds may be something to consider because of the extra yield premium they typically pay. Let's move on now to corporate bonds because there are quite a few currently on offer with attractive coupons. This one here from Jefferies Financial Group has the highest coupon at 7% and a maturity date in April 2045, about 20 years from now. The first call date is in April 2026, about a year from now. The CUSIP is 47233W JQ3 for those of you who may be interested. This one here, also from Jefferies Financial Group, has a lower coupon at 6.5%, but a shorter maturity date in April 2035, about 10 years from now. The first call date is in April 2027, about 2 years from now. The CUSIP is 47233WJN0 for this one. If you're looking for something with a bit of a better credit rating, this one here from Deutsche Bank has a coupon of 6.35%, a maturity date in April 2045, about 20 years from now, and a first call date in April 2026, about a year from now. The CUSIP is 25161FKX5 for this bond. Up next, we have Jefferies Financial Group again, this time with a coupon of 6% and a maturity date in April 2031, about 6 years from now. This is the shortest maturity date of all the bonds that we're covering today. The first call date is in April 2026, about 1 year from now. The CUSIP is 47233WJP5 for this one. Do remember that Deutsche Bank is a GSIB, a global systemically important bank. Jefferies Financial Group, on the other hand, is an independent broker-dealer, not a GSIB. Check out these videos here if you want a deeper dive into GSIBs, Deutsche Bank, and Jefferies. I've linked all of them below in the first pinned comment for your convenience. In case you're interested in American GSIBs, these Morgan Stanley bonds may be something to take a look at, and two of them are non-callable. This first non-callable one has a coupon of 5.45% and a maturity date in April 2045, about 20 years from now. The CUSIP is 61760QTJ3 for this one. The second non-callable one has a lower coupon of 5.05% and a shorter maturity date in April 2035, about 10 years from now. The CUSIP is 61760QTF1 for this one. And this one here with a coupon of 5.2%, a maturity date also in April 2035, about 10 years from now, and a first call date in April 2030, about 5 years from now, might also be interesting as an in-between option for some of you. The CUSIP is 61766YZN4 for this one. Now, these bonds here from Morgan Stanley are interesting because they are not callable at all, which is rare these days, as our Diamond NestEgg regulars can attest. So, why is Morgan Stanley suddenly issuing non-callable bonds? One explanation could be that non-callable bonds generally carry a lower coupon than comparable callable bonds. As we touched upon earlier, investors like us want a little bit of a higher yield for bonds that are callable and carry reinvestment risk, meaning that non-callable bonds are cheaper for the bond issuer to issue generally. So, if Morgan Stanley thinks that it probably wouldn't call these bonds early anyway because, for example, rates won't come down meaningfully in the foreseeable future, then why pay for a call option that won't be used? That said, it's hard to know for sure. The decision to issue non-callable bonds may also have to do with their funding structure, liquidity needs, or any other factor that we wouldn't be able to see from the outside. But we'll keep watching the space as usual to see whether other bond issuers will follow Morgan Stanley's example and start issuing more non-callable bonds as well. In any case, going back to the new issues we've shared with you today, make sure that you are okay with a specific issuer, their credit rating, and the first call date. And do take note of factors such as the minimum and maximum purchase quantities, whether a bond is convertible, like this Deutsche Bank bond here, as well as whether there are any additional fees that your broker may charge. Most of the leading brokerage platforms, such as Fidelity, Schwab, and Vanguard, do not charge any fees for buying new issue agency and corporate bonds online, but it's always good to check on the fee section for certainty before you click that buy button, especially if you're with a smaller broker. If you want some guidance on how to navigate the agency and corporate bond search on Fidelity, Schwab, and Vanguard, I've linked all these videos in the first pinned comment below for you as well. Please also note that some of the new issues that we've shared with you today from Fidelity's platform may not be available with your broker. So drop a comment below. Are any of these interesting to you? Or are you sticking with treasuries? Or something else altogether? All right, members, super savers, and bond course fans, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. And as always, if you want to learn more about how to build a stable, predictable income stream in times of market uncertainty and volatility, then check out this video here on our bond courses. And for those of you who subscribe to Your Financial Journey, check out Ava's and Caitlin's video here on President Trump's Man of the Hour on tariffs and the economy, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. There's more than meets the eye to Bessent. In the past 2 weeks, he's basically almost single-handedly stabilized the markets and prevented a complete breakdown in our tariff talks with China. I've linked all the details on that video, our bond courses, and our YouTube Super Saver membership below this video for your convenience. And see you again very soon with more brand new wealth-building content for your financial journey.